Hey, Bungle, nice to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bungle, hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going over Enlisted, the World War II free-to-play first-person shooter, and much requested, much asked to talk about is the Invasion of Normandy, the Sherman IC Firefly. Now this is a premium squad that you can pick up in the Enlisted store. It's going to cost you roughly, if you want to buy it by itself, $44.99 United States dollars, or if you want to go with the bundle, which is kind of recommended here because you save more money, is you bundle it with the Panther 4J with the $59.39 United States dollars for it. And the reason why I'm saying it's a better option is just because you also get the Panther 4J down the road if you're playing Invasion of Normandy, which it seems like a majority of the Enlisted player base does, and you want to go down the German line, well, you already get this, and it only costs you roughly, what, 20 bucks more, less than 20 bucks, so that's my opinion, my personal take. Now, what I do here on the channel, kind of what I do with all my reviews, I give you an overview. I tell you, what is this vehicle? What it does. Next, talk about its performance, what it brings to the table. And lastly, I say, is it worth it? Is it worth picking up? So, without further ado, let's begin. All right, start off with an overview. All right, this is a medium tank. In Enlisted, there are three types of tanks right now. You have your light tanks, which are kind of like scout tanks, like the Puma, the Stuart. You have your medium tanks, and lastly, you have your tank destroyers. So, this is a medium tank, which is designed kind of being a jack of all trades. You can go and deal with infantry, you can deal with enemy tanks, kind of gives you that flexibility in all situations in Enlisted that may pop up. For its performance, all right, the big question asking, right, what does this bring to the table? It brings a quick firing 17 pounder, which is basically a 76.2 millimeter gun. All right, so this gun is good not only at dealing with infantry, but with tanks, and the big question is, Bungle, can this tank deal with a Panther? And the answer is yes, if you shoot the shot trap, which is basically if you're looking at the Panther on the front, you want to aim at the left and right turret cheeks, and from there you just keep aiming in there and you will kill it. A great reference point of this and how this performs is similar to, let's say, the M4 Sherman that's in the Battle of Berlin, the premium one with the 76 millimeter gun. That's kind of similar how they both perform. Also, another fun factor here is you get a 50 cal in the turret, which is actually in front of the commander instead of being behind. So it's kind of in a weird way, kind of protects your commander from like just pop shots from the bots. And it's also pretty fun to use. I had a lot of fun using it. Be noted that it has limited ammo. So once you expend your ammo on the command turret machine gun, well, you're kind of done with that. You also get a 30 cal coaxial machine gun on the front of your tank, taking out enemies and all that. So keep that in mind as well. It's not as powerful, but it still kind of does a little bit of crowd control. My personal opinion on how this performs is also it's very mobile. It's very good at maneuvering around the battlefield as well. It has kind of decent protection. It kind of takes some shots here and there. Of course, the biggest enemy you're going to face is going to be the Panther. So, like I said, you want to get a jump on the Panther and shoot the shot traps. Now, moving on. Is it worth it? Is it worth picking up? And in my opinion, I'm going to say yes. And you may be asking, Bungle, what's the difference between this one and the Jumbo? So here comes down to play style and how you play. If you're new to the game and you haven't really started it out yet, you kind of want just something easy, very easy to use, something that you kind of just want to work out and understand the game of mechanics, then go with the Jumbo. The Jumbo is a very new player friendly vehicle that's there to help new players in the game because it has great survivability. Of course, the gun of the Jumbo can't deal with tanks, kind of struggles against Panzer IVs and Panthers, but it has that survivability where you're pretty much invulnerable from the front. You're very slow, of course, and you're prone to getting blown up if you drive out in the middle of combat, so you're gonna have that situational awareness, but at the same time, it protects you. You have that protection. Right now in Enlisted anyway for Invasion of Normandy, there's so many new players. You got Pumas and everything running around, so you'd be able to deal with that. Now, if you're a veteran player, or let's say you've gotten the Jumbo, you grind to that point, or you played other campaigns, you know of the Jumbo, you know what to expect, and you kind of want that versatility. You're good with situational awareness. You're kind of aware where enemy tanks will usually be at. You're kind of, like I said, a more skilled player, or you're, a veteran at the game. Then this is kind of where it comes into being better than the Jumbo. And the reason why I like this tank better than the Jumbo is because of its gun. You have the capabilities to deal with any situation. Sure, the Jumbo is great at having great armor and slinging HE and infantry and all that, but at the same time, it is slow, and especially in close quarters combat, or when you're assaulting with your infantry and you're getting demo packs thrown at you left and right, and you're trying to reverse and get away from the trouble, well, the Jumbo is going to go trip on its own feet. Whereas with this tank, you can easily pull out, get away from combat, and reset yourself and engage. This can one-shot Pumas as well. Honestly, like I said, this tank is really just flexible, and it really rewards players that have been playing the game, that know what exactly they're doing. The Jumbo is there for new players and players that kind of just want, you can turn your brain off and play the Jumbo. It's not that hard to play it. This tank isn't hard either. It really isn't hard to play either, but it requires someone that's been playing the game, at least knows how, what their opponents and capabilities their opponents have, and especially like a Panther, you're not going to drive out in the open and engage a Panther. You're going to go and try to get the jump on the Panther, or if your team's spotting or a Panther's in the area, then you're going to be able to use the gun to shoot at the shot trap and kill it, instead of shooting at the frontal point and then saying it's overpowered and needs a nerf. That's my 2 cents though. Really good tank, really enjoy it. And honestly, in the hierarchy of tank premiums right now, this will probably be top number 1 for me. And then 2, the Jumbo, and lastly, the Chaffee. The Chaffee got power crept, and the Chaffee kind of really isn't that useful anymore, in my opinion. If you reach this point in the video, new viewer, possibly new subscriber, well, I hope today is the day to earn your subscription. Having you subscribe and mash that like button does help me with the YouTube algorithm. Returning sub, returning viewer. Let's be honest, none of you watch my videos. Hashtag I bridged too far. I actually been kind of dipping into some books about World War II and stuff just because, I've been playing Enlisted so much. I just kind of got the history bug going. And Operation Market Garden, and that kind of would be a cool campaign, right? I know we have some other games that covered it, like Postscriptum and all that, but I don't think they've really done a good job as Enlisted has here. We're kind of just having that fun aspect in gameplay. So definitely A Bridge Too Far, reading the book, and I think I've watched the movie a few times. Pretty fun movie, I really like it. But let me know if you've ever seen that, or you'd be interested in seeing Operation Market Garden. That would be pretty cool. I think that would also be good in addition, because I think right now in Enlisted, based on like how much content Invasion of Normandy just keeps getting, so I think if they look at the numbers of who's playing what campaign, I think Invasion of Normandy is probably like number 1. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.